everybody, this is Lynn from mamas.got.plans, and for today's video I am going to actually show you how I've been planning in my B6. This is a So Much Crafting week on 2 page vertical insert, and here's just a peek at what it looks like. This is the first week of the quarter, and then this is the second week. We're actually moving on to this week, so I will be filming in that. And I did just want to show you before we start what I'm going to be using. And in a previous video, I mentioned that I use a lot of my leftover stickers in my inserts. I use like the full kits for my Erin Condren, and then I'll use the leftover stickers for my inserts. So I did just want to show you a little bit into how I do that, and also how I store my leftovers. So first things first, this actually is a personal kit that I purchased from Hello Petite Paper when I first started planning, because I did have a personal ring planner. I no longer use it, so I decided that this would be a good kit to kind of put into use for that. But I did just want to pull in a few more things. So I did pull in this Simply Gilded. This is a silver foil bow washi on lavender. I actually think that this may have come in a kit. I'm not exactly sure. I'm really bad at remembering which washi came with you know, what kit or whatever, but I do get her sub box, so this may have come in one of the sub boxes. And then I do have a couple leftovers here, and so you'll see this is kind of how I cut up my leftovers, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. But these are just some things, like for example, this doesn't come with a weekly full box, but I thought that this color would actually work really well with like the light peach that's here, so I got that. I do have a habit tracker in the pink that I think will work. A couple of leftover Hello Petite Paper scalloped checklists. Again, I thought the dark pink would work because this kit only came with these 3 heart boxes. And then I did just pull in, there are a couple of boxes here, but this is just a larger half box that kind of, the color kind of works well. So that's kind of what I do when I plan in my B6. I just pull a whole bunch of leftovers together. So I'm just going to push this off to the side for a minute here. And this is how I'm storing my leftovers. So I do keep my full kits in these binders. These are from Target. I think the brand is Green Room, and I keep my full kits in there. And then when I'm finished, especially for some of the fuller kits, I put them back into the sleeves. I actually did just kind of go through this, so I have a lot of extra sleeves. But I will put them back into the sleeves if there's a lot that goes with it. So for example, this was a Little Miss Papery kit that I had used, and I still have, you know, 6 full boxes to use, a bunch of glitter headers, still some washi. I have quite a few of the ombre heart checklist left, some half boxes and some washi strips, tons. I mean, this was an older kit. She doesn't do her littles in full sheets like this anymore, but look at how many little things I have. And then like the headers, date covers, and this actually was half of this was from a Little Miss Papery mystery box, and so this was a contributor's sheet. But anyway, so I put them like this until I use them. For example, if I were to use this again in my traveler's notebooks, and once I get it down to just the bare minimum, like so for example, this is 2 little bees. I still have 2.5 full boxes. I still have quite a few things left on there. Here, this sheet is, you know, I'm almost used up with it. This again as well. I'm sorry if you can hear kids screaming outside. My son is outside playing with his friend. It's actually 70 degrees here in New Jersey today, which is crazy because you guys know I'm always complaining about the snow. All of a sudden we hit 70 today, and then we're going to be back down in the 50s in 2 days. But anyway, so that's what I do. And then when it gets down to like, there's absolutely nothing left on the sheet, or just a tiny little bit left on the sheet, I have these acrylic, this is such an awkward angle, but I have these acrylic drawers. And what I do is I will literally just cut down the strips. I will cut down like the full sheets into these like little strips, and I try to keep like with like, and I just use my paper cutter or I use a scissor, and that way I just have like all these little pieces. So that way when I'm going and I'm like using leftovers or another kit or something and I need to find a piece, I will spend just a few minutes before I start planning kind of going through here and looking for colors that work. And I don't know, this is just how I do it, and it seems to work for me. Like these are little Miss Papery icons that are left over. And I always, like when I'm planning, you guys have seen my my pocket traveler's notebook when I plan on my grid inserts from So Much Crafting. I always just pull right from this drawer. I rarely use anything else. I might use one full box, and then the rest is always from this drawer. That way I'm not wasting. I just want to use all the stickers. But these are just like, this is a sampler. You can see if I have like just one or two leftover stickers, I've just stuck them on like a piece of paper. But this is from Bubba Bear. I mean, guys, my goal in life is, my planner goal is to use up, these are all just samplers. Samplers, and I love it, but it doesn't really fit in my regular sticker storage, so I just stick all the samplers in here, and then again, when I plan in my traveler's notebook, I just have this next to me, and I always search through here first before I go ahead and pick a sticker from my regular sticker stash. So that is what I do with my leftovers. I had mentioned it in a previous traveler's notebook video, and a few of you mentioned that you wanted to see what I do with them. If you have any other questions, definitely ask in the comments below. If you want to know how I store my regular stickers, I did probably like 6 months ago do a sticker storage video, so you can find that on my channel. And that's it. So right now I'm going to get into the plan with me. So stay tuned for that. Okay guys, so now we're going to do the actual plan with me. And the first thing I'm going to do is to use some of the washi from the kit on the sidebar here. I'm not really using the sidebar. I used it the first week in this insert, and then I didn't use it the second week. I actually got the idea to use these, or washi rather, from the kit from Two Little Bow Babies here on YouTube. I kind of just started watching her B6 plan with me's, and she uses washi from the kits on her sidebar here, and I liked the way that that looked, so I gave it a try myself. These are super new inserts for me. I haven't really used them before, so you'll see as I'm planning, I keep flipping back and forth because I'm trying to figure out exactly what I did there previously, or you know, in previous weeks. So you'll see me flipping back and forth a lot. But anyway, the washi for this was obviously a little bit thinner because it's a personal kit, so I just did have to white out a little bit of the lines to make everything fit. So the next thing I'm going to do is put up some glitter headers. These were not included, so I just grabbed them from my stash, and I thought that I wanted to kind of pull in some of the purples with this kit because it was so beautiful. And you can see here I'm flipping back and forth because I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to do next. Basically, the way that I did this was I laid out the groundwork, and then I went back and did my day by day. So this Monday through Sunday box that I had shown previously was a little bit smaller than the pre-printed box there, so I just used my whiteout and I laid that down, and then I put an important header over top. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm trying to find a header to put on top of that daily tasks. The Y from the daily tasks hangs down a little bit below the header, so I just had to white that out as well. And then I only need I'm only tracking rather 4 tasks for the week. My first week I tracked a lot more, and it just got a little bit confusing, so I usually just track my laundry, my no spend, my workouts, and my Instagram posting. So I just whited out the lines that I did not need, and I put down this full box with the quote. And then next to the full box, I'm putting another header, and then here I'm using, again, one of the half boxes that I pulled out from my leftovers, and I'll use that to write down a grateful thought for the week, or like something big or exciting that happened, or maybe not something exciting or something bad that happened. Anyway, I'll just use it at the end of the week as a little bit of a reflection. And then I decided to use a little bit of the deco from the kit just to decorate that box, as well as the washi on the side and that Monday through Sunday tracker. And I also laid down the weekend banner while I was at it. And now here I am just using a little bit of the Simply Gilded washi, and I'm just going to use one of the strips, the washi strips from the kit as well, just to kind of finish things off here on the bottom. And now I'm moving back to the other side. In my previous kits, there was a lot of deco, but the deco for this kit was kind of tiny, so I needed to figure out how to fill the space down here. And I decided to use, there was one extra long strip of washi, again, since this was a personal kit, and I just cut it down to size to fit because I really wanted to pull in some of the florals there. And then after I did that, I am laying down another strip of that Simply Gilded washi. It is so fun for me to use washi, guys. In my Erin Condren, I don't know, I don't use washi very much. One of my sweet subscribers actually just kind of said, hey, why don't you try using washi in your spreads? And I don't know, I'm scared to use it in my Erin Condren. I don't know, not that I'm scared, it's just I always use a full kit, so I don't find the need to pull it in, I guess. But anyway, I loved using it here. And now on to Monday. I was going to try to use a coffee cup from a Paperella story. It was in a like a lavender color, but then I thought it looked a little weird with the orange full box that I used. So I decided instead just to use a little tofu laying down with a coffee cup that is from Stick With Me shop, and I just marked my Coffee Monday as usual. After that, I am putting down a to-do header. And then I'm going to use one of the label stickers from the kit. And here I'm just marking down Pinner Test. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Pinner Test. It's actually like a food intolerance test. It's kind of new to me. I just discovered it and I really wanted to try it out. It's a blood test, but it's all by mail. Last year I had a lot of like stomach and digestive issues, and you know, I kind of went gluten-free and I kind of went a little dairy-free, but I never knew if that was the cause or the problem or the solution. So I found this test online and I did my little blood sample and I mailed it in that day. So now I have to wait I think like 2 weeks to get the results, but it'll be interesting to see which foods I'm intolerant to. So again, it's not an allergy test, it's an intolerance test. So you may not be allergic to something, but you still may be intolerant to it, meaning just that your body does not process it or does not digest it in, I guess, a way that it's meant to be digested or whatever. So anyway, I will let you know when I get the results and what it says. But after that, I did just put down one of the 3-heart checklists with some things that I also needed to get done. And then on Tuesday, the first thing I did was mark down my cleaning service. And then after that, I used one of those boxes to mark down that I had to have an emergency dental appointment. I woke up with such jaw pain. I was convinced that I must have had the worst cavity in the world. I mean, I could not even open my mouth. I was in so much pain, hence the crying Bubba Bear over there. And it turns out that I had no cavities, which is, I guess, good news, but that the dentist said that I must have strained my jaw from grinding my teeth. So I've been told that I was a teeth grinder before, and I never really believed my previous dentist, but apparently I strained my jaw. This dentist decided to give me muscle relaxants. She told me they would make me sleepy. She said to take it at night. Oh my God, you guys, it knocked the snot out of me, which is why on Wednesday you'll see I just put down that full box, because basically I did nothing on Wednesday. It's like I woke up, I sent my kids to school, I went back to sleep. I woke up, I went to lunch, I went back to sleep. I mean, it took me like a full 24 hours to feel not groggy from that muscle relaxant. So needless to say, I did not take it Wednesday night. I just am sticking with my Advil. I will be going back to the dentist to get a mouth guard plate, something made, but they wanted me to wait a little bit. So yeah, that was my exciting Tuesday and Wednesday. So on to Thursday, the first thing I did was put a label because I had to get my son to school by 7 a.m. super early because he's in 8th grade now, but he will be a football player for the freshman team next year, and they like to do a lift session with the freshmen or incoming freshmen. So I had to leave the house and get him up super early. After that, I put down some washi, and then again, a 3-heart checklist of some things that I needed to get done. I have a new filming setup. I think I mentioned previously that I was filming in like the corner of my L-shaped desk. Well, I ended up getting another desk for another little nook in my office. And so now that will be my film only desk, which is great. It's in front of a window. I am still using lights. I'm finding that there's less shadow, which I like, but my camera is up higher. And what I'm noticing, and I noticed it on this video, is that now my head is coming into frame. My hair is coming into frame. I've seen it like 4 times on this video already. So I'm going to have to figure that out because in my previous setup, my camera was down a little bit lower, almost like eye level with me. Now it's up higher. And so I got to watch my hair because my crazy hair is coming into the frame. But anyway, that was Thursday. I did film a new plan with me that is up on my channel, if you want to see that, in my Erin Condren. And then on to Friday, which is actually when I am filming this, it was the Ultimate Planner sale. So far I've only purchased from one shop. I really want to do some more, but I'm kind of so overwhelmed. I haven't shopped in so long, you guys. And then I did purchase some foil stuff earlier in the week, and I don't know, I'm just very, very overwhelmed at this point. But anyway, I also marked down that I went to lunch with a friend. I did mark down that I am filming, and then at the end of the evening, I marked down a baseball practice for my youngest at the middle school. And then moving on to the weekend, Saturday was going to be crazy for us. I knew that. So on Sunday, I put down that full box because we were making a point of kind of just relaxing for that day because the next 2 weekends are also super crazy for us. So I put that full box down, and I'll go back to it in a little bit. But on Saturday, I put down a strip of washi and then a to-do header. And then I put down a 3-heart checklist. And on this checklist, I'm actually writing down all of the baseball and football practices for my 2 boys. My one son has football followed by baseball, so he will be practicing from about 12 to 3:30, and then my other son has practice in the morning. Yes, so the fields are open, and now we're going to go crazy trying to get all this baseball practice in before opening day next week. I also just marked down on Saturday, I put edit and upload. I'm actually editing and uploading late Friday night. I didn't think I was going to get to it, but when I was filming this, I thought I was going to leave it for Saturday. And then over on Sunday, I used a Lazy Day tofu from Stick With Me shop, and then I just put a little odds and ends header up at the top. And then I'm just filling in that Monday through Sunday tracker. I'm using this just to mark down like the important thing, just picking out one thing that I needed to do that day or that happened that day. And then, like I said, I will use that box over there on the side. I'll use that for some type of grateful thought afterwards. But here is a look at my completed spread. Please like this video and subscribe for my future uploads.